Religion in Japan. Noriko and Bob visit a shrine and talk about religion in Japan.
This is it.
What are those ropes with strips of white paper hanging from them? And look at that big red square gate.
That gate is called a torii.
This is a lot different from the temple we saw this morning.
This morning we went to Sensoji, which was a temple. This isn't a temple, it's a Shinto shrine.
What is Shinto?
It's the oldest religion in Japan. In some ways, it's similar to Native American beliefs. In Shinto belief, God exists everywhere in nature. In the mountains, rocks, rivers, trees, birds, animals, and people. It's a simple religion with ceremonies and agricultural rites that follow the cycles of nature. Many of these are still practiced in Japan.
That does sound similar to Native American traditions. Last week in Nara, Kenji and I went to Kasuga Shrine. We saw a lot of children there. Each of them was wearing a beautiful kimono. They were with their parents. He said it was some kind of ceremony.
That was Shichigo-san. When children turn 3, 5, and 7 years old, we celebrate by thanking God for their good health and praying for their future. We also worship at Shinto shrines when a new baby is born.
Like a baptism?
Sort of. Another interesting thing is that most funerals are held in Buddhist temples. The bodies are cremated and kept in the temple.
A shrine for birth and a temple for death? It's like having two faiths, isn't it?
Actually, most Japanese people aren't very religious. But we're traditional, so we still follow the ceremonies based on Buddhism and Shintoism.
I thought most Japanese people were Buddhists.
Oh no, there are quite a few Christians too. We have religious freedom in Japan. Religion doesn't affect us much morally. I think our morals are pretty much influenced by Confucianism. It's a very philosophical way of life.
In what way?
Well, one attitude is that women should respect and obey men. In the old days, women were supposed to walk 3 steps behind men at all times.
That's ridiculous.
Of course, things have been changing since then. In Japan, a women's lib movement also began in the early 70s. Women started demanding equal rights, like in America. I guess we follow the American lifestyle in some ways.
It's changing in the States, though. In some ways, the liberation movement went too far to the other extreme. Now, many women who have good careers are feeling the need to have children and families. They're starting to realize that family is still important, too.
Really? That's good to hear. I guess we're still trying to find a balance between equal rights and men's and women's roles in society.